About 3 or so losses, but both teams playing very well, and we'll be looking forward to a very exciting basketball game. We'll be back with the opening tip-off here in just a moment. Okay, we're set to go now as the teams get ready to jump center. Jumping center out there for the Vikings will be number 31, Heaney. He'll be jumping against Josh Smith for the Trojans. Smith out there along with Buffington, Robertson, Smith, Nick Huffman, and the fifth guy in there would be Robertson. They're working around, inside it goes, trying to hit Heaney underneath, but out of bounds. So first turnover of the ball game belongs to the Vikings as the Trojans bring it back. Shadle out there along with Smith, who has it now for UD. Smith trying to penetrate, drops it off over here for Huffman. Cross court it goes now on the right wing there for Jim Buffington. Jim pushing it in the corner for Smith, and then back out for Buffington on the wing. Trojans have played very well here lately. Nice pass inside for Huffman, wouldn't go. Rebound tipped around in air. Let's see. Battle for it, and Williams brings it down for the Vikings. Back here for number 11, Miller. Cross court it comes here now. Long circling around underneath, but the pass comes back outside. 23 for 2, it's long. Rebound tapped around in there, and Smith has it for UD. 23 is Brown out there for the Vikings. This is Buffington. Jim, near side over here now. Inside it goes to Smith. Smith, turnaround shot off the glass, no good. Rebounded in there to Heaney, and he'll drop it back here now for Brown, or Miller rather. Miller pushing it over there for Brown. Under the baseline it goes. Long shot is knocked away off the glass, and back with it comes UD. Nice pass ahead for Buffington for 2. It's good, and Jim Buffington will go to the line. Some nice passing that time by the Trojans. And Buffington to the line. His bucket counts, and he will be shooting 1 to get 3. Jim shooting 1, and he makes that one, and it's 3-0 UD. There's Williams with it. And Williams across the timeline, picking up the dribble over there for Long from outside for 2. It's good. As Long gets 2, and it's a 3-2 ball game. Here's Smith for UDA. Pushing it back here now for Robertson. Mike will move it out across the top of the key. And let's see, picking up the dribble. Back for Shadle. Smith tries to go to the hoop for 2 and does so. Josh Smith leaning inside very nicely that time, and it's a 5-2 ball game. Brown bringing it up court. Brown will pick it up for number 11. Inside he goes with it. Heaney, shot for 2, good. Heaney wobbles 1 home. It's 5-4, UD by 1. Robertson with it. Mike working it out on top now as they try to get something going underneath. Here for Buffington. Jim right inside there for Smith. Smith will drop it back here for Buffington. Jim lost the handle on it. Fires it back inside here. Let's see. It's going to be controlled away as it's rushed to the hoop. No good, but a return follow-up shot by Long is good. Chris Long for 2. And back come the Trojans at 6-5. Vikings on top by 1. Shadle working it down court for Buffington. Jim Buffington picks it up on the wing. Shadle from outside for 3, wouldn't go, and a rebound comes down here to Heaney, and he'll push it back here now as Miller will bring it up court. Inside, tapped away. Back with it comes Shadle for 2, wouldn't go. Rebound tap back outside here, controlled by Buffington. He'll pop one up for 2, no good. Rebound inside Nick Huffman. His shot wouldn't go. Rebound inside Smith, it will. Josh Smith hits it after about 3 or 4 tries by UD, but he got it in there anyway. It's 7-6, the Trojans by 1. There's a ball picked up out here by 23, and Brown has it. Inside he goes with it for Long. Chris to the hoop for two. Wouldn't go that time. Return shot by Heaney. Good for two. Paul Heaney, I think it is. Or that's his dad anyway. Not sure, but it's Heaney. And back comes Shadle. Near side over here. I think it is Paul. Inside for Smith. Smith, good fake. Off the glass. Short. Rebounded in there to Long. And Chris will drop it back here now as Miller bringing it up court. 3:35 remaining here in the first period. Shot from way outside for three, no good. Rebounded in there to Nick Huffman, who will drop it back here now for Robertson. Robertson over here for Smith. Smith wants to go inside but can't. He's cut off. Now he has a shot and a foul. Foul will be on Chris Long, and Josh Smith will go to the line shooting two. 3:21 remaining here in the first period. Smith can tie this up if he makes one of these, and he didn't. Well, that one wouldn't go in, but coming into the game now is Lentz and George Hunter, replacing Huffman and Shadle for Coach Hain. Second try by Smith is no good. So Smith missed a pair, and rebound comes back here for Robertson. Robertson for two. Off the glass and in good. And the Trojans take the lead now 9-8. Miller. It's probably Sam Miller. It's S. Miller, probably Sam. Up court with it. Across the timeline he goes. Over the wing. This is Williams. Inside he goes for Heaney. Heaney for two. It's good. Heaney with a good looping shot off the glass, and he put her home. 10-9 Vikings by one. Nip and tuck ball game. Nip's ahead right now. Inside they go with it for Smith. Smith tries to turn around, but a push foul going to be called on Paul Heaney. Non-shooting. Heaney will pick up his second. Number 5 Nunley into the ball game. Here's Smith for UD for two. Short. Rebound comes back outside to Smith. Smith tries to take it inside, but a foul called. Foul will be on Miller, I believe, and that's going to send Smith to the foul line shooting two. Foul was on Miller, and Josh Smith missed his first of two, so let's see if he can tie it up with this one, and he did. Tied at 10. For 34, Sesnalevich into the ball game to replace Heaney for Coach Casper. As Miller will inbound it here for that Nunley. Here comes Nunley. Up court. Lentz guarding against him. Nunley still has it. He drops off now. Robertson tending to him. And Robertson has the ball tipped loose over there. Or not Robertson, I beg your pardon, but Lentz. And then back here for Nunley. Nunley. Down onto the baseline goes Nunley. He puts a shot up no good, but a foul is going to be called on Hunter, I believe. George Hunter picks up the first personal foul, his first, and Nunley at the line to shoot two, missed his first one. We are tied at 10 with 2:14 remaining here in the first quarter. Nunley's second shot is good. That unties it, 11-10, Vikings by one. Here's Lentz moving up court with it now for the Trojans. Picking it up out here for Smith. George Hunter. Hunter looking for some help, pushes it back out here now for Buffington. Jim will spin it back out. Robertson. Nice pass inside for Smith for two. Great pass from Robertson to Josh Smith. And the Trojans lead by one, 12-11. Sam Miller coming up court with it for the Vikings. Now they'll push it inside. Nice pass inside for Long. His shot is good. Chris will go to the line shooting one to get three. Nice drive in there by that Chris Long. Chris will be at the line shooting one, and his first and only shot short. Off the front it comes. Back here quickly come the Trojans. For two, no good. And on the rebound, let's see, controlled in here by Williams. We'll push it back for Miller. .120 remaining here in the first period. Nunley, Miller. Miller looking for something to happen inside. Shot from outside for three is good. So Sam Miller gets three. It is 16-12 now, 4-point lead for the Vikings with 1:04 remaining here in the first period. This is Jim Buffington with it, taking it on the baseline, lost the handle, pushing it back out here now for Brandel is in the ball game. This is Buffington. Buffington for two, in and out, no good. Rebound underneath there, C. Well, it's going to be controlled by the Vikings, as picking it up in there is that Sesnilevich, and back comes Miller. 35 seconds remaining here now as the Vikings may elect to play the clock down. Over the wing it goes for Nunley. Nunley picking up the dribble. Inside he comes. Now out here for Williams. Spin it back over for Miller. Miller inside he goes. Back out. 16 seconds. Miller with it for Sesnilevich. Back here for Miller. Miller taking it inside. Dropping it over there for Chris Long. No good. And boy, did Miller ever go to the bucket hard that time, or to the floor hard. And let's see if he's okay. Yeah, I guess he is. But boy, he really went hard to the hardwood. It's good to see him up and okay. So we've got a 4-point lead now for the Vikings at the end of one. It's 16-12 Williams Valley. Okay, period number 2 about to begin now. The Trojans have the advantage of inbounding the basketball to begin the second period here. They trail by 4. And this is Lentz starting the second period for UD. Over the wing it goes for Buffington. And let's see, here's Robertson tipping it out front here, but stolen away by the Vikings. Quick pass ahead here for Williams. Williams for 2, it's good. Williams for the Vikings makes it a 6-point lead now, 18-12. And back comes Robertson. Mike picking up the dribble there for Buffington. Smith turn around for 2, no good. Rebounded in there to Long. Chris will push it back over there for Williams, who gives it back here now for that 23 Brown. Nunley with it. Cross court he goes. Shot from outside. Williams for 3, no good. And on the rebound, controlled in there by Huffman. Back up here they come now as the Trojans break back 2 on none. And a foul is going to be called as Jim Buffington's shot wouldn't go down. But Jim is fouled and he'll go to the line shooting 2. Foul was on Williams, his first, and Jim Buffington's first shot is right down the chute perfectly, making it an 18-13 ball game. Shadle checking back in to replace Lentz for UDA, and Jim Buffington will try his second one here. And the second one is good. So 2 nice foul shots by Jimbo, and it's 14-18, 18-14. The Vikings by 4. Nunley picks up the dribble, passes it down there, but stolen away. Smith had it, and now he's got it back again over there for Shadle. Into the corner it goes for Buffington. Pushing it right out in front here for Josh Smith. Josh for 2, blocked away, has his own rebound, and then a foul is going to be called. Foul's going to be on Williams. And Williams came close to getting himself a tee that time. Ref gave him the old evil eye. But Mr. Williams avoided that by running out of there, so. But it got close. Coming into the ball game, number 32. That's Raybuck for the Vikings, as Shadle will inbound the ball for UD. Foul was on Williams, his second. Here's Smith pushing up for a shot, good for 2. Josh by gosh Smith. It's a 2-pointer, and it's a 2-point ball game. Here's Williams. Across the court he goes with it. Raybuck for 2, no good. Rebound comes down inside there, and a walk called. And that'll give the ball back to, or rather that was Sesnilevich rather. And that'll give the ball back now to the Trojans with a chance to tie up the game. Trojans trail by 2. Here's Robertson. Mike taking it inside. Nice dump there for Smith for 2, and he missed the shot. Oh, Josh, my gosh, missed that one, and that was tough. Back with it comes Brown. Oh, man, Josh is feeling worse than anybody in this building right now about that last shot, but that'll happen. And Brown working it around out here now for Raybuck. Raybuck across the court he goes with it. Shot by Williams for 3. It's good. Williams bangs in a 3, and it's 21-16. A timeout called by Coach Hain now. He wants a 20-second timeout, I believe. And we've got 5:58 remaining here in the half. A Vikings up by 5. Okay, the Trojan timeout is over, and we're going to try to inbound the basketball now as we trail by 5. And here's Shadle. Shadle back in there for UD. Pass it ahead quickly here for Smith. Smith over to wing there for Buffington. Buffington right back to Smith. Josh has it. Fakes it outside, but then walked with it. Yep, Josh went for a walk. No doubt about it. Kind of a little stutter step in there and called for the walk. So back with it come the Vikings. Now 5:45 left here in the half. Here comes Williams rushing up court with it. Bouncing it here for Sesnelevich. Has a shot, no good. Long has it, but he lost it away. On the floor it goes and back with it. Look at these two. Here's Huffman for two. It's good. Game getting a little hot and heavy here now as the team's wrestling for the basketball. Here's the ball picked up out here now. Raybuck has it. Raybuck heading down the court. Pushes it on the baseline for Long for two. Wouldn't go. Follow-up shot by Raybuck. Good for two. And back come the Trojans. Getting to look like an alley game here now. Here's Smith. Smith looking for two, and that was a walk too. Come on, Josh. Josh just out of kilter here tonight somehow or another. And the crowd over here really reacting. This is a great crowd tonight. My gosh. A lot of excitement here in this ball game. And a 20-second timeout called by Coach Casper. 5:08 left here in the half. 23-18. Still that 5-point margin for the Vikings. Okay, it's blue ball to inbound. Raybuck will do that now as the timeout is over. Brown for Raybuck. Looping it ahead here for Williams. Williams pushes it over here for Sesnelevich. Back outside it'll come now for Brown as they slow it down and set something up here. Here's Williams from outside for three. No good. On the rebound, let's see. It's Williams with the rebound. His shot blocked away by Smith. Big reaction from the crowd. Raybuck for two. Wouldn't go. Ball comes back out here. Picked up by George Hunter. And back come the Trojans. So they avoided the bullet that time. And back with it. They spin it inside here for Smith. Smith off the glass for two. Wouldn't go. Smith has his own rebound. Puts a shot up. He's fouled. Foul will be on Long, I believe. And Smith will be going to the line shooting two. Foul is on number 45, Chris Long, his second. And Smith at the line shooting two, and his first shot's perfect. Miller and Heaney back into the ball game for Williams Valley as Smith makes his 2 for 2. They got a 3-point ball game now, 23-20. The Vikings by 3. This is at Miller. Over there for Brown, pushing it ahead here now for Heaney. And Brown has it. Near side here. Brown playing it out in front. Williams back to Brown. Brown taking it right inside, dumps it on the baseline for a shot by Heaney. Wouldn't go. Rebound comes down to Smith. Quickly down court with it comes Shadle. And he'll pick it up. Looping it over here for Buffington. Jim Buffington wants three. Jim Buffington, nope, not that time. And on the rebound, controlled here by Robertson. Robertson inside he goes for Buffington. Back outside for Mike Robertson. Mike will take it inside, but a hold foul called on Miller. And that's going to send Robertson to the line shooting a 1-and-1. Miller picks up his second personal foul. Mike Robertson shooting a 1-and-1. In and out it goes, no good. And on the rebound, we've got a foul, push foul called. I think it might be on Josh Smith. It sure is. Josh will pick up the personal. And for Josh, it's his third. And timeout momentarily called now as Brandel checks back into the ball game to replace Smith for UDA. And that means that Miller will inbound the ball here for Brown. Brown, quick pass over here for Long, and Chris will hold it up till his team gets across the timeline here. Give it back now for Miller. And Brown with it on the left wing. Back for Miller. 3:20 left. Here's Miller driving it all the way down, and oh, I wonder if there was a charge in that. I think so. And Miller ran all over Brandel. Jason holding his own in there. And Miller will pick up personal foul number 3, and he'll check out of the ball game now as Nunley will come in to replace him. This team here, this game here will get like an alley game till this is over. I'm afraid, but we'll see. Here come, if there's any players left now, a couple of them with 3 fouls. Here's Robertson. Mike pushing it here for Buffington. Crowd quiets down a little bit. It'll explode if the Trojans can score one here and get back to within 1. Nice pass over here for George Hunter. Inside they'll go with it though. Shadle will have to back it back out. Chris Smith out of there now, and Shadle stepped on the back court line. Well, he didn't want to do that. He'll immediately check out of the ball game now as Lentz coming in for Brett. He didn't want to do that. 23-20 is the score. Williams back here now for Brown. Rebuck, or Nunley rather. And let's see what's happening in here. Inside they go to Chris Long for two. It's good. Chris Long has two more. And it's 25-20 now. A 5-point margin. As back comes Lentz. Lentz with it for Robertson. Robertson spinning his way inside, but he'll have to go back out here now as Buffington has it. Jim Buffington makes a move in off the glass for two. It's good. Jim Buffington with a nice bucket. 25-22, 2:10 left. Nunley across the timeline with it. He's held up out there. He'll swing it here for Heaney. Over here for Brown. And Brown into the corner goes. Chris for two. It's good. Chris Long for two more. So Chris has a hot hand at the moment. 27-22. Vikings by 5. Lentz coming back with it for UD. Lentz taking it over to wing. Now they'll push it back outside here for Robertson. Mike wants three. In and out. No good. Rebound comes down there to Heaney. And back comes Brown for the Vikings. 1:28 left here in the half. Near wing over here for Williams. Williams inside with it for Heaney. Heaney had to go on the floor and picked it up. Now he's tied up, but gets it back here for Williams. Williams inside again for Heaney, and this time we've got a foul called on UD. Foul was on Brandel, his first. Drew Hunter checks into the ball game, and also Nick Huffman back in there for UD. Williams spins it over here for Brown. Brown would like three. Nope, not that time. And on the rebound, let's see. Controlled in here by the Vikings. Brown has it back. Brown goes in here for Heaney. Heaney turnaround shot is no good. Rebound tipped up there by Long, wouldn't go. And let's see, stolen away by Heaney for two, no good. And on the rebound this time, Chris Long battles for it. It goes out of bounds off Chris. And it'll be UDA inbounding the ball with 51 seconds remaining here in the first half. Trojans trailing by 5. Lentz up court for the Trojans. Lentz pushing it back here for Robertson. Robertson will drop it for Buffington. Jim looking across court there for Drew Hunter. Drew back out for Jim Buffington, and then Ryan Lentz with it out in front. Lentz penetrating, going all the way inside, but a foul on Heaney, and Heaney will pick up, I believe, his third. We'll see. Nope, I don't think so. Foul was on number 5 instead. It's on Nunley, and he'll pick up his first. And that sends Ryan Lentz to the foul line, shooting 2. Ryan's first shot, good. 27-23. Ryan can cut the margin a little bit more here. Nope, not that time. Rebound comes down there and controlled by Nick Huffman, but then they're going to say Nick walked with it. As it went on the floor, Nick had some trouble picking it back up again and went for a walk. So Vikings will inbound the ball now with 20 seconds and so forth left here in the period. Here's Williams going all the way down, dropping it off there for a shot by Long for 2. It's good. Chris Long for 2 more as the clock winds down here. Now 9 seconds left. And out of bounds it'll go this time off the hands of Drew Hunter with 6 seconds remaining. The Vikings now with a 6-point lead will inbound the ball with 6 seconds left. Here comes the Brown. Brown pushes ahead here for a pass into the corner. Here's Long for 2. This is good if it goes, but it will not go. And so the Vikings will take a 6-point lead into halftime. The score is 29-23 Williams Valley. And back with the second half in a moment. Both teams are back on the court, ready to get back at it now as the Vikings lead by 6. Going into the second half of this championship ball game. This is for the Love 99 Christmas Tournament Championship, and both teams would like to have that. So right now the Vikings have the edge. And They'll play it over there now for that number 11 Miller, and then Brown with it. And Miller. Brown. Have Heaney, big third, number 31 inside. Heaney's got the pass and puts a shot up, no good. Rebound comes back here, and Williams will control it. Near steal out there, but Brown's got it back. Here's Brown again. Brown over there for that Miller. Sam Miller. Pulling it back out. Near wing over here it goes to Williams. And then Brown. Vikings very deliberate on this one, trying to work it inside. Here comes Brown with it. The lane opens, shot up, good for two. Well, all of a sudden, Brown, who was playing with it out in front, decided to take it in himself, and he did. Makes it an 8-point ball game now, 8-point lead for the Vikings. Pass in here for Smith. Smith, turnaround jumper, good for two. So he's got those two back. And a 6-point margin, yeah, again, for Williams Valley. Here's Long with it. Back here for Miller, and then he is fouled. Trojans only had 5 fouls in the entire first half, but unfortunately, Smith had 3 of them. So Trojans pick up their first foul of the second half. And back with it comes Miller. Near wing over here, they'll go to Paul. And this is Brown. Heaney with it again. For Williams. Williams looked like he was tempted to go to the hoop. He does so. And a charging foul called on Williams. And Williams will pick up his 3rd personal foul. He doesn't believe it, but it's true. And back with it come the Trojans now, as Smith will inbound the ball for UD. Back comes Shadle. Shadle will loop it ahead here for Smith. Smith near wing over here for Buffington. Jim takes it out on the wing. Inside for Smith. Smith lost the handle. Back outside for 3. In and out. No good. And the rebound comes down to Williams. Quick pass down court here now for that Sam Miller. And Miller all alone back here puts it home. For the Vikings. Quick outlet pass that time. And Miller was there to put it home. And he did. Smith over the wing. Hunter. George Hunter will drop it back here now for Robertson. Robertson wants to take it inside. He's bumped. And a blocking foul, an offensive foul called inside on the Trojans. And Lentz will check into the ball game for UD. Foul was on Jim Buffington, his first, for maybe an illegal block or something inside. And here comes Williams with it. Williams looping it over here for Chris Long. Chris from outside for 2 off the glass. It's good. Chris Long for 2 more. Chris has got a bunch, probably a dozen in the ball game tonight anyway. And timeout called by Coach Hain. It's a 10-point lead now, 35-25 with 5:36 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Timeout is over. Jim Buffington getting ready to inbound the ball for UDA. 5:36 remaining in the 3rd. He'll inbound it to back here for Lentz. Ryan across the timeline now for UDA. Pushing it over here for Buffington. Jim taking it down on the baseline. Picks up the dribble. Inside he goes to Smith. Smith for 2. It is good. Josh Smith got that one to bop in there nicely, and it's now an 8-point ball game. As Brown picking it up. Over here it comes. It's going to be stolen away. Inside they go with it. Now back outside. Buffington for 3. It's good. And all of a sudden a 10-point margin down to 5. 35-30. Trojans a little bit of good ball handling and good stealing that time. Pass down here. Chris Long wants to get those 3 back. Couldn't do it that time. And on the rebound, it's going to be controlled in here by Smith. Back come the Trojans now with a chance to get to within 3. Just trailing by 10 moments ago. Here's Robertson with a left-handed shot. Wouldn't go. Rebound tipped around in there, controlled by Heaney of the Vikings. Back here for Williams. Williams bringing it back. Up court for the Williams Valley Vikings. Vikes by 5, 35-30. This is Brown, near wing over here. Heaney from outside for 2, short. And on the rebound, Williams will send it back in, but off the body of George Hunter. As Smeltz and Nick Huffman into the ball game to replace Robertson and George Hunter for the Trojans. And Chris Long will inbound the ball for the Vikings. Back here he comes with it for Brown in the corner. Long for three. It's good. Chris Long gets three more. 38-30. Chris, a heck of a good ball game he's having here tonight. I don't know what Chris's season's been like, but it's been good here tonight. Here's Smith, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound tapped around in there, controlled by Brown of the Vikings. And back they come. On the baseline here for Long. Long, one pump, one shot, no good. Rebound tipped around in there and controlled by Heaney. Heaney dishes it back outside for three from Brown. No, it's good. Brown pops it right up in the air, and all of a sudden the Trojans trail by 11, 41-30. Near side here now as they go inside here for Smith. Smith will push it back outside. For three, off the glass and in, good now by Buffington. So teams playing long ball here now, 41-33. And a foul underneath as either Lentz or Buffington will pick up the foul. We'll see. It's going to be Lentz, I believe. Buffington picking up the foul. Yeah, Jim Buffington picked up his second personal foul as Brown will bring it back. Trojans trapping in the forecourt here now. Here comes Brown with it. Cross he goes to Williams, and Williams will hold it up over there and hand it back to Miller. Sam Miller. Here for Brown. Williams has it. Steps back for three, but hold everything. He walked first. Well, Williams turns it over for Williams Valley. 3:03 left here in the third period. Trojans trail by 8. And back they come. Ryan Lentz bringing it up court for the Trojans. Into the corner it goes, but out of bounds, off the hands of Brown. So UD will inbound. Nick Huffman or somebody's going to come out. Let's see. It's going to be Jim Buffington checking out of the ball game now as George Hunter in there to replace Jimbo. Nick Huffman inbound the ball. Across the court he goes with a nice pass for Lentz for two. Wouldn't go. Smith battles for it. Turnaround shot off the rim wouldn't go. Smith has it again. Puts a shot up and that won't go. And a foul called on Josh Smith. Going over the back to get the rebound, and Josh will pick up personal foul number 4. And that's going to be not a good omen for the Trojans. 2:48 remaining in the third period. Here comes Brown with it. Brown will spin it back over there for that Miller. Miller picks up the dribble, loops it back over here for Brown. Brown across the court quickly there for Heaney. Inside a bounce pass for Chris Long. It's good. A good bounce pass from Paul Heaney to Chris Long, and Chris put her home, and timeout called by the Trojans now as the Trojans drop back again by 10. 43-33, 2:29 remaining here in the third period. Trojan timeout is over, and Drew Hunter into the ball game for UDA. He will inbound the ball here for Shadle, or for Smeltz rather, and then back to Drew Hunter. Drew will pick up the dribble and give it back over there for that Brent Smeltz. Brent picking it up for Hunter. Hunter takes it on the baseline, looking for two. It's good. Or Buffington, I beg your pardon. Buffington, but a foul underneath. I think the bucket would probably be good. We'll see. Yeah, the basket is good. But we have a foul called on Mike Robertson. The shot is good, though, so it's 35-43. And here comes the Vikings inbounding the ball now for Brown. 2 minutes, 12 seconds left here in the third. Brown with it, with a head of steam. Stopping, pushing it over the wing over there for Heaney. And Paul trying to take it inside. Had the ball come loose. On the floor it goes. Then they'll roll it back here for Brown. And Brown will take it outside for the Vikings. Over the wing. Heaney inside. He loops it for Long for two. It's good. So Heaney with a good pass inside for that Chris Long. And Chris hit it again. Here comes George Hunter with it for UD. Picking it up for Robertson over the wing for three. No good. Rebound comes down there to Long for the Vikings, and he'll start it back up court. Minute 30 left here in the third. Brown bouncing it in there for Heaney. Heaney for two. It's good. Paul Heaney with a 16-footer. Here's Hunter. Oh, looked like a walk on George, but they didn't call it. Over the wing it goes for 3 from Robertson. It's good. Mike Robertson, a 24-footer that time. Nice bucket. And that narrows the gap to 9. Here's Williams working up court with it. And Williams chasing it down on the right wing over there for Brown. And Brown will bring it outside. Inside he goes with it. Ooh. Shot no good. Chris Long with a rebound. Shot wouldn't go. Heaney with a rebound. Shot wouldn't go. Another tip up, but just about in by Long. Wouldn't go. And then a final shot by number 11, Miller. Wouldn't go either, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 freebies. Foul was on Buffington, his 3rd. And it's Sean Miller, not Sam Miller, Sean Miller. He'll be shooting 2. Miller's first shot was good. Jason Brandel back into the ball game along with Shadle for UD. And number 34, Sesnelevich back in there for the Vikings. 49-38 with 35 seconds left here in the 3rd period. Here comes Brett Shadle with it. Bouncing it here for Lentz for 2. No good, but a foul underneath. A blocking foul called. And Ryan will go to the line shooting 2. Here's Lentz at the line shooting 2. His first shot perfect. Another 10-point margin now, 49-39. Drew Hunter will check into the ballgame to replace Jimmy Buffington with 29 seconds left here in the 3rd period. Jim getting a break to get a little wind. And Lentz at the line shooting up his 2nd shot. And it is no good. A rebound comes down here to Brandel. Brandel shot short. And the ball came back out here. Shadle for 2. It's good. Brett Shadle for 2. 49-41. 18 seconds left. Here comes, well, let's see. Does he have a, yeah, I guess he has a handle on it. Over the wing. Inside they go with it. This is a shot put up there by Nunley, but he's fouled, and Nunley will go to the line shooting 2. Foul was on Lentz, his first. Nunley missed his first one, and here's his 2nd try. It's good. 50-41 now, 9-point margin. 8 seconds remaining here in the 3rd period. Quick pass over there, but let's see. Out of the hands. Well, Shadle's got it. Shadle turnaround shot. That'd be good if it would go. It wouldn't go. And that'll do it as the period comes to an end. So the score with 8 minutes remaining is the Vikings 50 and the Trojans 41. 9-point deficit here for UDA, and we'll be back with final quarter in just a moment. Okay, the Trojans with the advantage of inbounding the ball to begin the final period here, and they'll inbound it here for Shadle. And Brett up court with it. He goes now as the Trojans look to gain 9, and not that way, as it's blocked away and picked up in here by Miller. Here's Williams dropping it off over here for Miller, but out of bounds it goes. So it'll be UD inbounding. Smith in the ball game, playing with 4 personal fouls, and see how long Josh can stay in there as Shadle drops it off over here for a shot by Buffington, no good, and on the rebound it's going to be controlled in there by Brown. Now near side here now for that Miller. Williams has it. In on the baseline for Brown. Brown trying to work it out here for Williams, and he did so. Back here now for that Miller, Sean Miller. With the dribble, picking it up. Over there he goes with it now for that 34, Sesnelevich. Inside for Steele, in there by UD, and back with it comes Buffington. Jim for 2, it's good. Nice steal, and Jim Buffington nails it for 2. It's 50-43, a 7-point margin now. This is Miller into the corner here. Heaney for 2, it's good. Heaney drops that one right down the chute, did Paul, from about 12 feet out. 52-43, 9-point ball game again. Jim Buffington, near side over here. Shadle from outside for 3, it's good. Brett Shadle for 3. 52-46, margin down to 6. Here's Sean Miller working it out in front. Miller picks up the dribble. Near side here for Heaney. Heaney into the paint. He goes, puts a shot up. It's good. So all of a sudden, Paul Heaney getting hot inside. And they're trading buckets now, which will not give the Trojans an advantage because we got to hold them off the boards. Under the corner it goes now, picked up over there by Nick Huffman. Inside. Huffman on the baseline, tries to get a reverse layup to go in, but it wouldn't go. And it's going to go out of bounds off UD. 5:44 remaining in the game. 54-46. Vikings by 8. Lentz into the ball game to replace Shadle for UD. Or was it Robertson coming back in? I'm not sure. Here's that Miller guy taking it inside. Blocked away inside. Quick outlet pass here for Robertson. This ought to be 2 for sure, and it is. Mikey Robertson's got 2. 54-48. 6-point ball game. Trojans with some full court pressure now as they go man to man. And Buffington chasing Williams down the wing. Williams holding it up. And then Williams will dump it over there for Brown. Brown moving it around. Over in the side there for Chris Long. And Chris missed the bucket, but a shot, I think, and a foul. It might be on Chris Smith. And if it is, it'll be number 5. Nope, it's on 31. That's on Robertson. And timeout called by Coach Casper of Williams Valley. 5:01 left here in the ball game, and the Vikings by 6. Okay, the timeout is over now. The foul on Robertson was his 3rd. Smelts into the ball game, and Brent coming up court with it for UDA. Near wing over here for Buffington. Buffington pushing it over the wing, picked up by Smelts. Smelts here for Nick Huffman. Nick drops back, puts one off the glass, no good. Rebounded in there by Heaney, and back come the Vikings. The Trojans need to score almost every time up there now as we're down to about 4:30 to play here in the game. This is Williams with it. Over there for Long. Chris pushes it here for Paul Heaney. For Brown. This is Miller, Sean Miller for Brown. Long from outside. It's good for 2. Chris Long, the Trojan killer tonight, has 2 more. 56-48, an 8-point lead. This is Smelts. Smelts will take it inside. Off the glass for 2. It's good. Nice move by that Brent Smelts. Williams with it for the Vikings. Up court he'll come. Quick pass down underneath and out of bounds it goes. Bad pass by Williams. Threw it out of there all over the place. Holy smokes. Anyway, and 56-50. Now the Trojans can narrow it to 4 if they get a bucket this time as Brent Smelts brings it up court. Brent. Inside, he'll loop it there for Smith. Back out for Brent. Brent wants 3. Nope, not that time. And on the rebound, let's see. Controlled in there by Long. Back for Miller. Sean Miller bringing it down court. And they're going to call a blocking foul on Lentz. Lentz and Smelts check out as Shadle and Robertson back in there for UDA. As Sean Miller will go to the line shooting a 1-and-1. Here's Sean's first try. It is good. 57-50, 7-point ball game. 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in this one. So the Trojans need to pick it up a little bit offensively. Second shot by Sean Miller is good. Made 2 nice foul shots and makes it an 8-point lead for his team, the Williams Valley Vikings. Here comes Robertson with it. Mike trying to go inside, pops one up, wouldn't go, rebounded in there to Heaney, and Paul brings it down strongly for the Vikings and gives it back here to that Sean Miller. Sean across the timeline for the Vikes. Shadle guarding him, pushes it over there now for Brown, and Brown for Williams. Inside for Chris Long for 2. Chris didn't get that one to go, but the return shot put up by Paul Heaney is good. So finally, Chris Long missed a peeper inside, and Paul Heaney was right there to finish it off. 10-point margin, 2.5 minutes remaining. Turnaround shot by Smith wouldn't go, but Smith is fouled. And Josh Pygosh will go to the line shooting 2. Trojans had called timeout prior to Smith going to the foul line, so Josh positions himself here now to shoot a pair, and here's his first shot. And it is good. 60-51. Josh can make it an 8-point game. Nope, not quite. And on the rebound, let's see, controlled in there to Brown. 2.5 minutes remaining. So the Vikings will work it down court. Trojans got to get it, and not let them score, and we got to score. Brown over there for a looping pass inside there. Miller has it. He's double teamed, and they're going to call a foul on Shadle. Brett will pick up the foul, and Sean Miller will go to the line shooting a 1-and-1. Sean will shoot a 1-and-1. And here's his first try. It is good. Sean Miller, good foul shooter apparently. At least right at the moment he is. And he'll try that again. 61-51, a 10-point ball game. Again, here the Vikings on top. And his second try is no good this time. And Heaney with the rebound. Heaney pushes it back outside for a 3. No good by Williams. And back with it come the Trojans. Quick outlet up here, but that's going to be knocked away as Williams got a hand on it and knocked it out of bounds. The pass was intended for Buffington, but Williams hustling back here to knock it down for the Vikings. So it went out of bounds, and UD will inbound the ball. 2:05 left in the game. Here's Robertson for 2. Off the glass and in good. Mike Robertson for 2. 61-53. Margin back to 8. And a foul will be called on Shadle. And that will send Sean Miller again to the foul line. And again, he'll be shooting, this time he'll be shooting 2 as the Trojans come up with their 10th foul. Foul was on Brett Shadle, his 3rd, and Miller at the line to shoot 2, puts his first one in. 62-53, and Sean can make it an even 10-point game again, and he did. 63-53 with 1:53 remaining in the ball game. So the Trojans are going to have to come down here and hit a couple threes. Here's Robertson from outside for 2. That wouldn't go. Rebounded in there to Heaney, and Heaney will drop it off to Williams. Quick pass over here now for Miller. Sean Miller with it. Sean will take it out in front. Lentz on him. Spins it back here, but it's stolen away, and then a foul will be called, a push foul called on Paul Heaney. Paul may have bought the farm there with that one. I think he did. He fouled out. With just 1 minute and 32 seconds remaining, Paul picks up his 5th, and he'll be replaced in there by Sesnilevich. Be none shooting, and the Trojans will inbound the ball. Minute and a half remaining, 1:32, and a 10-point lead, which is pretty comfortable right at the moment for the Vikings. Trojans, what they do, they have to do quickly here as they'll bring it up court. Lentz with it, pushing it back over here, but the ball came loose and just about underneath the radio announcer's booth here as the Trojans lost it out of bounds, and it will be the Vikings inbounding. Williams will inbound for Williams Valley. Across the court he goes for Brown. Brown taking it inside, but then they'll take it out because they want to waste a little time here now. Brown playing with it out in front. Robertson on him. Spins it over there for Chris Long. And Chris will hold it for a moment and drop it there for that Sean Miller. Sean Miller. Near wing over here for Long again over to the right side. Sesnilevich has it for Williams. Clock down to 50 seconds, 5-0. And this is Miller pushing it back for Williams. Williams has it. Near side over here for Long. Chris bouncing it back out there, really running off a lot of time. And then Mike Robertson will foul Brown, and Brown will go to the line shooting 2. 40.9 seconds, or maybe 41 seconds, unless you're a real purist. Remaining in our game here now as Brown goes to the line, shooting 2. First shot, good. Smith, Robertson, and Buffington check out of the ball game for UD now as Brown puts his second shot up, but it wouldn't go. And on the rebound, we've got a foul called on Sesnalevich. His first, I believe it would be. Yeah, it says his first.
What are you calling now for?
And Drew Hunter will inbound it here for Shadle with 35 seconds left in the ball game. Shadle bounces it inside off the hands of one Trojan, but picked up out here. Here's Shadle, wanted to get a 3, but couldn't. Shot from outside by Smeltz wouldn't go. Williams with the rebound. 20 seconds remaining as they tussle forward underneath the scoreboard. 20.5 seconds left. Well, the Vikings will sweep the series here at UDA in the Love 99 tournament, because the girls have already blistered the boys, or the girls have already blistered our girls tonight in the opening ball game tonight. And Trojans, although not getting blistered here, are going to drop this one with only 20 seconds left and trailing now by 12. Strange things have happened, but I don't think that's strange. So we'll see as Williams puts 2 in and makes it 66-53, a 13-point ball game. And back with it comes Smeltz. 17 seconds remaining. Smeltz will push it over there for Shadle. Shadle from outside for 3. Just off the mark it goes. Return shot put up by Drew Hunter wouldn't go. Return shot put up by Smeltz wouldn't go. Return shot put up by George Hunter wouldn't go, but he's fouled with just 6 seconds remaining. And George Hunter will go to the foul line, shooting 2. Hunter made his first one, and he'll try to put the second one in here, and Trojans will then trail by 11. Nope, trail by 12. Chris Long with the rebound, and that does it as the game comes to an end. Final score, it's the Williams Valley 66, the Trojans 54. So the Vikings continue on a torrid pace here in the 98-99 season, having dropped 1 game and now having won 7 or 8, something like that, and losing 1. Super game tonight by Chris Long, among others, for the Vikings. But Chris really showed up to play tonight, and he scored a bunch of points here for those Williams Valley Vikings. So we'll see you later. The boys will continue into TVL next Tuesday, and we'll be there for that ball game more than likely. The presentation of the trophy will now go to the Vikings, who deservedly take home the 98 Love 99 trophy, and congratulate Coach Casper and his Williams Valley Viking boys on a good effort here tonight at UDA. Trojans hung in there tough with them, but just couldn't do it in the end. There kind of started to sag, and that was all she wrote. So Stan the Man Weaver will present the trophy, and we'll catch you later.